Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard. So I have 4 eggs. I'm going to experiment, test, figure out. I'm going to dehydrate. So I'm going to take these 4 eggs, put them in this bowl. And blammo, they're in there. Boom, just like that. Just gonna mix them up. And I am not throwing the shells away. The shells are going in here. It will make good compost. It'll make food for chickens and other animals. It can be ground up and actually eaten by us for the calcium. I'm gonna keep some of these, get them dry, grind them up, put them in a container, because I just really think that we're close to having no food, having no services, having no representation, having no freedom, having no speech, having no way of protecting ourselves legally. I think that's coming real soon. So, some things I have let go for a while as far as storage and prepping and all that. So I want to kind of work on getting some of that stocked back up. So, let's turn over here and we'll put these eggs on my dehydrating sheet. Alright, this is just a piece of parchment paper. Well, that was difficult. And this is a metal pan that goes with my fryer, dehydrator, kebabber, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to pour that onto the sheet. And we are going to, once that gets settled in, I'm sure it'll be straight. Let's get over to the dehydrator and we'll work on that. And here is my air fryer, dehydrator, kebabber, and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to close it up. We are going to plug it up. Bingo bango. We are going to hit the on button. And right there is dehydrator. We hit it 120 degrees for 8 hours. And on it goes. So it's just going to sit there, and we'll probably have to run it twice, or at least 1.5 times. But in 8 hours, we'll check it out. Okay, so it stopped. I turned it over. And now we are going to set it for one more. Alright, so we're going to go check on, right here is, real quick, here's some sand, some cement, and parts of a mold. Guess what's going to happen here soon. Anyway, here is the egg after being dried twice. Oh yeah, very nice. So let me dig all this out. I made a little mess, but we'll clean that out. Let's dig all this out, and here we go, the coffee grinder. We'll grab this bad boy here as well. I do not have any mason jars anymore. I do have these little plastic containers right here that was used. Let's see, this had the Dollar Tree seasoning stuff in it, the powder seasoning. I believe that's what was in here. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I do not have any oxygen absorbers. I tend to use hand warmers because they work, but I don't have any of those either. So I'm going to take the lid off. we are going to place, and I think, as I recall, I think I had 6 eggs in here. Let's go ahead and get all the egg in there. Good, there we go. Awesome. And we will just, oh wait, a little piece more. We don't want to miss any of the egg. As best we can. Bingo bango. And let's see here. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, we're not maximum filled, so we're good. All right, so let's grind this up. Alrighty. Okay, so that does that. We have, I think this is 6 eggs. I could be wrong, but I think that I did 6 eggs last night in the dehydrator. Dehydrated eggs right here, and a bunch of eggshells that I also ground up in the coffee grinder to use for various other different necessities. So here we go. Bingo bango. So until I decide to use the eggs in some kind of cooking, which I think I will do soon just to test it out, I'll just simply mix this with water and see how well it works and see how they taste. If they taste really well and it works really well for me, because this is pretty decent, I could take this out in the field and I don't have to worry about breaking eggs. I don't have to worry about all that fun stuff. I can just have these eggs sitting out there and eat them whenever I want, mix them into ingredients or whatever. 3 tablespoons equal an egg, and you just mix water with them. I guess you could mix milk if you had it, but mix water with them, and bingo bango, you got eggs, you got fresh eggs as you can get out in the field without actually having it come out the chicken's ass. How's that? All right, so we're going to end this real quick, and then we will do another video as soon as we can about actually cooking those eggs. So thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard. All right, so it's only been 10 minutes or so since I did all this, and we're going to take off, but we want to eat something before we take off because we don't have any money to spend. And I do believe these are 4 eggs. I do believe that's 4 eggs. So you could fit a dozen of eggs in here. I'm pretty sure you could fit a dozen of eggs. Anyway, I'm going to take half of this, 1 egg each, and I'm going to put it in a bowl. So let's get that going. All right. One, 2, 3, that should be an egg. 1, 2, 3, that should be an egg. So there we go. There's half of the eggs right there. I think that's probably pretty close. And we are going to add a little bit of water. Alright, so it did say, I think, that it said 2 tablespoons for every tablespoon or 3 tablespoons for every tablespoon. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's definitely not enough. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one more. Just a tad bit. There we go. 9 spoons of water. I think that works. What do you think? It's a little pasty. Do a little bit more water. There we go. That'll work. Awesome sauce. All right. Now we're going to do, let's get this ready to fry up. All right, here we go. Now Michelle is not wholly convinced and she is concerned about the taste of it, so we're going to let her taste one of these before we put one on the sandwich for her. Alright, and we are done. Alright, so I put it in front of her, and what's the first thing you said, dear?
It's disgusting.
It looks disgusting. Now, if you hadn't known that was from a dehydrated egg, you wouldn't know.
I would know it's not a regular egg.
Okay.
It's very obvious it's not a regular egg. I will say that it smells like a regular egg. Ugh. It's a mind over matter thing. I know it is, because it is just egg. I'm scared that the texture is going to be nasty. Alright, here we go. Oh, God. I'm on a daddy struggle bus today anyway, and this is not helping me. Okay.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Alright, so I'm going to fry her up an egg. Alright, here's the egg.
Yeah.
And let's see if it actually has a different taste. Is it the taste
It's
or
the
texture?
texture.
She says it's the texture. It's an egg.
Texture.
It does seem a little
Texture.
tougher. Maybe it's just because I didn't add enough of water. That could be it. But it tastes just like a freaking egg. It's an egg. Alright, so there you go. So being as objective as I can be, to start out with, she's not really an egg fan anyway. And I do admit there was a difference in texture. Tasted just like a freaking egg to me. I mean, there was absolutely nothing other than it was an egg. I could have added a little more water, I think, and maybe made it less textury. That might have helped. I don't know. She didn't think so. Tasted just like an egg. Just like an egg. So anyway, it works. I do believe there was 4 eggs there. So one of those small things could probably hold a dozen eggs, and it's a heck of a lot easier to carry one of those around than a dozen of eggs inside the shells and all that stuff. And even though eggs last a long time, I think they last even longer dehydrated like that. I think it's an absolute go. I think it's a good thing, and I'm definitely going to do this again. Thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.